Alright, you feeling good? You ready?
I'm ready.
You sure you're ready?
Mm-hmm.
You want to do this?
Let's do this, please.
Woo! Ha ha! Lay Ill Kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, coming with another wonderful episode of Loungin. But I'm not by myself. I'm with NERDSoulite. Say what's up. I'm also here with Lady Lisa. Say what's up.
Hello, people.
Go on and say what you say.
No, because it has been taken by a little short person.
Go on and say what you. Go on and say.
No, it's been taken by a little person.
Yo, how she got a bowl cut in the front though? That joint is like a full. That joint was like a bang that went from her ear to ear. Anyway, guys, thank you for rolling through. Much love to everyone in the chat. We got Marquise Collins, Jamal Lee, KB23, Boogs Worthy, Tay 1990. It's good to see y'all. Y'all made it another week. I'm glad to see y'all sunshiny faces. And we got some fun stuff to get into today. Not too crazy, not too wild, not too rambunctious. What are we starting with? Okay, let's start with something light to ease everyone in. Oklahoma has decided in a landmark decision to side with the native people of that land, saying with the Native Americans, saying half of Oklahoma is actually yours. It's your land. Now, argument can be made for way more than just Oklahoma, but let's let it go.
Truth be told, all of Oklahoma is theirs. But you know what?
Let's let it go. We got what we got. Big shout out to Tracy Lee. So you know what? We got what we got. Let it go. So we got half of Oklahoma, right? And I'm like, oh, cool. Wow, that's crazy. That's really good. So the funny thing is that you got half of Oklahoma that they've now decided is, Native American land, and we got all these people. No, you got to sit. Don't even try to. So we got this situation where now they're like, oh well, how is policing going to be done? How is this going to change the criminal justice and everything? First thing,
it don't.
It's not your concern because it ain't your land. So anyway. I say all of that to say this. There was a statement by a senator where he said something to the effect of, we'll be in negotiations and stuff to make sure that this has a minimal impact. Now, the native people are not my people, so I can't tell them how to do their thing. But I'll say this, minimal impact. How about this? It'll have the same impact that your people had on my people when y'all were displacing us. How about that? How about we have the same impact that y'all had? Huh? How about you want to have impact? Let's talk about that impact. But you know what? Let it go. No. With that said, I wanted to go a step further and say, hey, American government, Boots, where it should be all of Oklahoma. So since we're in a giving mood of righting wrongs, since you wanna start giving back half states, can we talk about our reparations? Just a little bit, just a teensy bit, just a touch. I mean, y'all in the right and wrongs mood again. Y'all up in here giving half states. Talk about we want a minimal impact.
Well, let's be clear. Let's be clear. Now, maybe you've read something I haven't read, but all that I've read is that they said, oh yeah, half of Oklahoma is yours.
Yep.
They said nothing about we're going to give it back to you on such and such date.
Well, see, my thing is, once the decision came down, y'all are on a time clock.
We talking about the U.S. government. Don't nobody drag their feet like the U.S. government.
They are unless it's something they want.
Thank you.
They ain't gonna drop it. They ain't dragging no feet on dropping no bombs on nobody.
They're good at saying, "Oh yeah, and this is what the law says, and this is such and such." But when you talk about enforcing it,
oh man, come on now. Come on now.
I don't mean no harm.
Come on now, white man.
They're not gonna see that land. Not in their lifetime.
Here's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to give y'all. You know, I'm not trying to give y'all the playbook. But I would have had a press conference this morning. And said press conference would have been like, y'all got X amount of days to get up off my land. Now, I know y'all might need some time. How about, you know what? I'll be fair. Most people be like, y'all got 30 days. I ain't going to give y'all 30. I'm going to be fair. I'm going to say y'all got 60 days to get up out of here. 60. That's way more than fair. You got 60 days to get up out of here. And I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to hear no crying, no nothing. Especially when you talk about how y'all made Native Americans move. Let's not talk about the Trail of Tears. Because people, when you read about the Trail of Tears, it makes it seem like Native Americans were just sad and had to walk away. No. They were being killed in such a manner that they had to run for their lives. So, with that said, Boogsworthy says U.S. government is so shady when it comes to land ownership and money.
Boogsworthy, you could have stopped at U.S. government is so shady.
Fillmore Pocket said there are oil fields in Oklahoma. I wonder which half those are on. Tell it. Oh man. Man, Tay-Tay 1990, yo, it's all good. Thank you for showing the love. Thank you for rolling through. You know what I'm saying? I know you gotta do your thing. I know. Yes, I understand. So I just wanted to, remind the government that if y'all are in a given mood, if y'all are into the mood of righting wrongs, I'm just saying. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know.
Don't hold your breath.
Y'all done righted the wrongs for the first people that was here. Well, technically not even the first people that were here, but that's a whole nother historical discussion. But y'all done righted wrongs for them. Did y'all lose our number? Maybe you lose our address? We still here. So just keeping y'all up on that. We'll see how this goes. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'd have been like, y'all gotta go now. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been like, get out. I ain't trying to hear it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear nothing about minimal impact. Get out. This is my land. And we know how it comes when the government owns some land. Oh, they don't care about minimal impact then. They will put a street right through your yard. I've seen it. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it. I've seen it in Virginia. When they went, there's a street in Virginia called Genito Road. Genito Road used to be 2 lanes. 1 lane going this way, 1 lane going that way. And they decided, yo, look, you know what? It'd be real nice if this was 2 lanes on each side. It'd be smooth sailing. Ooh, and Genito Road is nice now. Ooh, baby, that 2 lanes is nice. But people live there. And their front yards was there. They made 2 lanes and sidewalk on that joint. Is it nice? Oh, yes, it's nice. Did those people fight that? Oh, yes, they did. Did the government care? No, they didn't. So, if it was my land, I'd be like, peace, get out. Now, big shout out to Fillmore Pockets. Yo, you feeling more pockets, man. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? For that $5 super chat. Much love. And much love to Boogsworthy says, or put a pipeline through your reservation. Yeah. And we don't even know the implication, because that fight ain't even over yet. The whole pipeline thing, the Keystone Pipeline, what is it, through like Montana all the way down to Texas or something like that. I can't remember but I know it goes through Montana, at least some of it, or North Dakota, something like that. We don't even know how that fight is going, because the fight ain't over. Remember, there were Native Americans out there that were protesting, they were standing in front of the machines, they had people coming out with guns and stuff. That fight still ain't over, so we don't know how that's going to change out. But I just wanted y'all, apprise y'all of that, you know what I'm saying, keep banging that drum, keep protesting, keep being out in them streets, because it looked like they back on that train of giving everybody else something but us. I'm just saying, we can't get people to not kill us at a traffic stop. Other people getting half states. I'm just saying, yo. Look, we gotta keep focused. Keep focused. Now, with that, we got some more stuff. Okay, so with that said, I'll handle this. You want me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll. You gonna do your thing. So we got some more stuff. Remember Christian Cooper? Christian Cooper, young man, he was a bird watcher. You know what I'm saying? Minding his business, just bird watching in the world. He ain't never hurt nobody, ain't never did nothing wrong to nobody. Just trying to watch his birds. And Amy Cooper, who was a white woman, she was walking a dog in a non-dog walking space. And he said, hey, you ain't supposed to have a dog here. She did the whole thing about calling, saying she was being threatened. And she put on this dramatic Meryl Streep performance like she was getting attacked and killed. Well, they said they're going to prosecute her. Since then, we've had your boy, Christian. All right, this is to all the Christians out there, all the Christian Coopers out there. I know there's people that are going to jump on you and yell at you and scream at you. I don't have the energy to deal with you right now because we got more important things. I'll just say this. If your plan, you and those like you, if your plan is to just give mercy and you know, and oh, Jesus would do this and we're so sorry for her and she suffered and everything. What we want you to do is raise your hand, say, I'm a sucker, the first time you come on TV, so we know you a sucker and we don't have to support you. We don't have to have no time dealing with you, wasting our time trying to support you. We ain't got the time. Because here's the thing. She hasn't suffered enough. You want to know why? Because if those officers had come and you weren't filming and you ended up dead, there'd be a candlelight vigil for your stupid self. So, with that said, no, she hasn't. She broke the law. See, she faced social consequences. Her criminal law consequences are not tied to that. They're not equal. They're not the same. See, if you got fired from your job, the police ain't got nothing to do with that. The police like, that's a separate issue. You got fired for your job. Well, don't matter. We're still going to arrest you. We're still going to prosecute you. And that's what's happening to this woman. Wow. Who cares? I don't care. Has this woman got caught up with something where she's been done wrong? Or did this woman attempt to orchestrate a situation that could have been life-threatening to you? Black people, stop hugging these white folks. Stop saying they don't need no more suffering. Stop giving them Bibles. Stop trying to pray with them. Stop trying to save their souls. They can't be saved. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. All right? They don't want to be saved. I submit to you. So here's the thing. If you're a sucker, say you a sucker. Don't be coming up here with this pseudo-intellectual, position like you on some moral high horse. This ain't got nothing to do with morality. This has to do with stopping a certain and very specific activity and action from people that either wield or utilize or buy into white supremacy against black people. That's what this is about. It's not about anything else. It's not about, oh, well, she lost her job and people on social media made fun of her. What they gotta do? Do you think I could go to court and be like, yo, judge, they roasted me on Twitter, and he'd be like, oh, well, I guess there ain't nothing else to do here. Everybody, let's go home. No, they don't care about your social consequences. This has to do with the law. She broke the law. She knew she broke the law, and she did it so brazenly. Even after knowing she was being filmed, there is no sympathy at all. I ain't got no sympathy. And notice they always find these sucker-style cats. Look, you know what? I could go on forever, but I just want to say, please, black people, my black people, my African-American, Pan-African, y'all do not need to give sympathy to someone who did not make a mistake. This was not a mistake. This was on purpose. I hope that we have exercised the demons on that one. You gotta get hooked up. All right, so I hope that we have exercised the demons, because come on, man, y'all, you're killing me. Oh, and what's up, Alan Lewis? I like to see you in the spot. Good to see you. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you. Nice to see your sunshiny face. Recent graduate Alan Lewis. You know what I'm saying? I saw you had all them chords on and stuff. I was like, go on ahead, player. Go on, do your thing. See, that's the kind of brothers we like to see out there getting smart, reading books. I don't know how smart Alan Lewis is. I know he did something, because he did something because he graduated. So, with that said, we gonna move on. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm trying to, all right, go ahead, drop your bars, baby, drop some gems.
I was just gonna say, because you brought in, you talked a little bit about, it's not for us to save them, they can't be saved and all that, and it's like, this is the thing, Black people have been programmed. It's just in us to automatically forgive. Yeah. And the thing is this, the issue is not forgiving. Think about it like this. You can be forgiven, but the consequences don't go away. Consequences don't go away. So if you feel that you need to forgive somebody, that's fine. But the consequences do not go away. If you're in a relationship and somebody busts you upside your head, you can forgive them, but the consequence should be that they lose you. I ain't thinking about you. I'm not hating on you. I'm not spending the rest of my life, worried about your demise. Yeah. I forgive you, but the consequence is I'm gone. Period. Yeah. Like we set ourselves up to be continuously mistreated.
Thank you.
Because there are no consequences. We don't demand consequences. It's not about revenge, and if it was, that'd be okay. But it's not about revenge. It's not about tit for tat. It's about we deserve to be treated minimally as humans. Ooh, the concept.
That's crazy.
Well,
I mean, part of this is because we were never meant to be free. Us being free was like, oh snap, they're gonna be free now?
Yeah.
Now, with that said, big shout out to Kibi23, says he puts someone else at risk now. She'll probably find another victim, unfortunately. Yeah, I'd agree. And what I mean by I agree is this is just another, because I mean, he's not the only one. He isn't the first one, but he's another person that has now emboldened yet another person to, say, look what happened. He said, I've suffered enough. I've lost my job. That's enough. I shouldn't go to jail. And he's like, I'm not going to help with the prosecution. He's wearing it like it's a badge. I'm like, dude, you look corny. You out here looking corny, because trust me, if the roles was reversed, old girl would be up in that joint in the witness stand like, boop, So ain't nobody trying to. I got you. Ain't nobody trying to see your fake, act of valor out here. I'm not gonna help the prosecution. Ain't nobody think about you, man. I wish we knew you was a sucker out early, cause we wouldn't have wasted our time with Amy Cooper. We'd be like, all right, Amy Cooper, whatever. We'd have been like, all right, we ain't tripping on you. We ain't kicking it. We ain't even riding against you. Whatever. So with that said, Kimi23 says, right, it's not about forgiveness, it's law. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, and used correctly. You know what I'm saying? So, with that said, you know what I'm saying? The presidential race keeps on heating up. It keeps on getting better and better. Of course, we have our incumbent president. He'll be running. So, if y'all want to vote for him, he gonna be there. And we have Joe Biden as well. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Joe Beasy is gonna be in the House. And everybody love Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna be there. You can vote for him too. But, and this is a big but. We got a new, you know how you be playing Street Fighter, it's like, here comes a new challenger. Well, guess what? We've got a new challenger. That new challenger, Kanye Twitter. That's right. Kanye West is running for president. Now, we've covered this with the Four Horsemen on Beast Vibes Life, so I won't hold you too long. This is just a newer article that I've read since then that I wanted to touch on some things that I thought was interesting since we recorded that episode Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever it was. So Anwar hit me, Anwar High Sign, check him out right now. His album is in stores. It's called Fleece, 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 in stores right now. It's dope. Check it. Anyway, he sent me the article, right? And the article is on Forbes, so you know it's real. It's Forbes. Kanye West says he's done with Trump. Opens up about White House bid, damaging Biden, and everything in between. Now, the interesting thing about this is not that he, gives you some kind of like crazy insight to something that you've never expected or seen before, or something that, is just like mind blowing. Like, wow, why did we never ever think about that in governance or anything like that? The funny thing is, if you check this article out, and let me see if I can drop it up in the chat for y'all real quick. Check this out on your own time. What I want y'all to do with this article, right, is here's the article, Kanye Twitter. Like, the ill thing about this is there's an option to listen to the article at the top of the page. And if you listen to the article, the listen to the article is 15 minutes and 16 seconds. But what's so interesting in this version is when you hear Kanye's words objectively through somebody just reading it, you see just how crazy Kanye is. like usually when Kanye's talking, it's crazy, but he's got the charisma and stuff. So you're like, oh man, I'm hyped up on his words, right? But if someone just reads his words like this without any inflection and just giving you exactly what's being spoken, then you're like, yo, this dude is crazy. Like, this dude is out of his mind. Now, as far as his policies, of course he said he doesn't have policies. He's changing the word of policies. But anyway, as far as his policies, it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's almost like he took some of Fox News's playbook, then a lot of conservative black people's talking points, and kind of merged them together into his platform. But the crazy thing is, like, yo, y'all, listen to this article, or at least like a good 2 to 3 minutes. Yo, Kanye just sat and listened to a screen reader of Kanye's words. And it's crazy the way this thing comes off. Like, I mean, you can hear right now in the background, NERDSoulite, he been broken up ever since he heard Kanye started running. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the thing that I wanted to bring to y'all. I think that joint is just a trip. Like, I was like, yo, listening to this article is crazy. So that's your boy Kanye. He's on the birthday party. It says, what it say? Where does it say the birth? He says he's running on a birthday party, right? Because when he wins, it's gonna be everybody's birthday. Then also he's okay with siphoning off black votes from the Democratic nominee, thus helping Trump. Saying, I'm not denying it. I just told you to say that the black vote is Democratic is a form of racism and white supremacy. I think he thinks he's going layers deep. But look, guys, this is what happens when you say anyone but Trump. This is what happens. This is what happens when we don't mobilize and create create and build and push our own candidate. This is what happens when we laugh and giggle and joke somebody into the office. This is the type of stuff that happens. Now, is it all, you know what I'm saying? Is it all fun and games? Word, cool, no problem. But we do have to take him as seriously as we take anyone else seriously. And we gotta, you know what I'm saying, nip that joint in the bud. But if you're ever wanting to listen to just see the unbridled words without any like extra amplification, when you hear it, you're gonna be like, oh, yeah, Kanye is a little touched, just a little. But you know what I'm saying. On the flip of that, we gonna end this up, and of course, you know I wanted to end this up with my counterpart, but my counterpart is not here this time. But today, we got a little treat. We saw a trend for the amazing Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. And of course, Will and Jada, well-known couple, been around for a long time, doing their thing, wilding, you know what I'm saying, making movies, making moves, you know what I'm saying, being the first, they were kind of like the first, they were kind of like the first kind of like it black couple in this kind of, I guess, if you could say this era, you know what I'm saying? Because they said 25 years. 25 years is a grip, you know what I'm saying? So they've been around for a while. And during their relationship, open relationship stuff is floated around, all kinds of mess. And they fed into it. They played off about it. They've joked about it, stuff like that. With that said, we all know August Alsina came out last week. It was like, yo, look, I ain't never loved nobody like I loved her. I gave my whole soul to that woman. And he was like, I never had no one like I had her, and she gave me love and, you know, nurtured me and all this stuff, and it was amazing, right? And then he said something like, he was like, Will gave me the okay. So we was like, oh, snap. So Will out here just letting people in his marriage. So we're like, all right, cool, you know what I'm saying? That's your thing. Do your thing. So today, or was it today or yesterday? I think it was today. Today, Jada put out her video. She was bringing herself to the table. Bringing herself to the red table talk. And she had Will with her. And Will, in this, Marquis Collins said, yo, August is a super cornball. You know, Will's with her, you know, kind of supporting her and everything. And there's some interesting tidbits that I like to pull out for this. You know what I'm saying? Probably not unlike anyone else. But one thing that I think Lisa noticed is that she had been going on for a while about, I felt like this, I wanted healing, I. And never once did we ever cover how this affected Will or your family. Like, and that's just something that's very telling when you hear someone reflect on something that was so long ago. Yeah, like 4 years. 4 years is not a long time. Like people looking back at the year 2010 like it was yesterday, and y'all talking about 4 years ago being so long ago. It was not that long ago. So with that said, that's one of the first things I noticed is this is interesting, even with all this growth. That Boogsworthy said Will looked annoyed in that interview. He was. I think one thing is that Will is kind of. I think Will has already been over this, meaning like, yo, I was already mad about this. I was already done with this when it happened, and now having to face it again is probably, more, headache and like, rehashing it. Also the fact that people were running articles like they had, spoken to the Smiths. So there were a couple of things that were going down on it. So that was the first thing that I noticed is there was a lot of me. What's up, Little Miss Chocolate? There was a lot of me, or I, and I don't ever remember her remarking or regarding how this affected the kids, how this affected Will, or anything. It was all about her. And you could see that he wasn't too pleased about being at that table. But another thing I noticed is that we have got to get out of this hyper false faux deepness. Jada has been a habitual line stepper with this faux deepness for a long time. But this whole, I was hurting, we were hurting, and I found someone that I could nurture and help. He came to the family, and we became entangled. Entangled? What did y'all like fall and arms get crunched up? And this is entangled. This is that wasn't what y'all was. Y'all wasn't entangled. Y'all had an affair. Y'all were sleeping together. Y'all were having adult time. Y'all was not entangled. My headphone cords are entangled. You were in an extramarital affair. That's it. Just call it what it was. I know you want to say they were separated. Separated is not divorced. And that's a lot of things. And I'm going to get on your point that Lisa said later, or I'll get on it now. If this was a man, women would be saying separated ain't divorced. They would be saying it. And I didn't even think about it until Lisa brought it up. If this was a man, they'd be calling him a dog up and down the street. We'd be seeing it on Twitter. Oh, and the Root would be talking about how cisgendered men devalue marriage or something. And then there'd be like this thing more gender wars about how men never respected marriage or some stupid stuff. All because of one famous couple. Now all the regular people in America got to deal with it like they've done something. But anyway, so this fake deepness of we launched into an interaction. It's like, no, you slept with a dude. Stop it. Stop. You too deep for your own good. All right? Stop it. Stop this mess. Come on, Lisa. What are we doing here? Now, going forward, another thing that I noticed about this is that, you coming, you gonna drop some? I don't know. Here.
He won't let us be great.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna
he won't let me be great. So I'm not even gonna sit down.
You all right, you got all right, cool. So we gonna let you be go and drop your bars.
So I like Red Table Talk. Let me say that off the top. I have seen probably most of the episodes. I like it. Jada, though, bless her heart, she can just go into outer space. Everything is so deep. She could describe a car accident and you'd be like, man, I want to have a car accident. That sounds fantastic. The entanglement and the way the metal just meshed. You know, she just, it's too much. We 4 minutes in already. And she ain't even tell us what it is y'all really gonna talk about. She too busy doing the Savion Glover tap dancing all over the world. And you could see the pain in Will Smith's face. Like, I love you, girl, but you on some stuff right now. And he said at least twice, just say what you want to say. Say what it is. Tell her what you talking about. What is you talking about, Jada? What is you talking about? You slept with this dude. That's what you did. Now look, y'all was separated. Y'all both agree that y'all was separated and you didn't see being together anymore. Cool. If that's the case, why are you doing this Sammy Davis Jr. tap dance all over the place describing what it is you did? You had a relationship, a romantic relationship with this dude.
Thank you.
That's what happened. And I think the reason why it's weird is not because it's not like y'all was separated and you went on, you had a relationship. That happens every day. People separate, they start their new lives together and they have a relationship. That happens. This is not what happened. Y'all was still together, still in the same household, and y'all were supposedly separated. This, you know, from what I got out of it, this young man had already been around y'all. And then you start having a relationship with him. And it's like, I'm guessing Will is like, oh, okay, so this is what we doing now. We having relationships with family friends that's been around us on vacation and doing all this kind of stuff. That's what we doing now. Okie dokie. So it's just, you know, let me tell you, my issue with it is not that this is what happened. Do what y'all do in y'all own little world. My issue is she tap danced about it. Yeah. You the one decided to sit down at your red. No, you the one decided to sit down at your red table where we supposed to lay it all out, because that's what you always say. We're gonna lay it all out on the red table,
and then you ain't laying it all out.
You know, and then you get on here and tap dance, and Will sitting over there, and I felt so bad for Will the whole time. I felt
I gotta come down.
Not to say that he hasn't done his dirt, because y'all insinuated to the extent.
Yeah.
My issue is
I ain't got us at no table.
I felt bad for him because you were tap dancing. You were not being forthcoming.
Thank you.
And you tried to glamorize the whole thing and romanticize the whole thing, and you talked about how
I had to heal.
It helped you.
He had to heal.
It healed.
I'm better now.
And I needed it, and I found out things about me. Well, that's great.
That's great.
But
I feel so good as a husband to hear that some other man got you right. I feel so awesome. Are you kidding me? I'm supposed to sit here and listen to this? You are killing me.
Will looked, and I'm gonna use an old term. Will looked busted and disgusted.
Will could have been through a bullet in that joint.
He looked like his
jaw was so clenched.
It was.
Man, that jaw was like, especially when she started trying to get fake deep. Oh, also, here's another thing. Lil Miss Chocolate said, I think Will been cheating. This was a big payback. This is her first one that may be known about. Here's my thing though. If it was a big payback, then why were they separate? She would have did it while they were not separated. But either way, I don't care about that. My issue is here. He said that you gave him permission. Nobody gives permission. No, you know what we meant. You know exactly what he meant.
No one is saying.
I know.
No one was saying.
Nobody talking about that.
Mikey.
That cool. We get you.
No one was saying that. He wasn't saying, and I don't know whether that was true or not. But that being said,
that's not what he meant.
That being said, it's not from a place of ownership. It's from a place.
It's from a place of, are you going to be angry with me?
It's from a place of, this is your wife.
Yes.
And
can I enter into this relationship?
Exactly. So he was trying to say that as her husband, he was giving permission for him to be involved with his wife. Not
you're like, I own. Yeah. And if the roles were reversed, we see on TV sitcoms and in movies all the time, women giving their husband permission to do something. And it's always okay, and it's always funny.
No, it's never okay.
But I'm saying in those movies, in those TV shows, it's laughed at. That's when the laugh track is played. I've noticed it in animated families, in live action families. I got to get permission. I got to call my wife for permission. Ha 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 ha. It's always funny. Permission for anything. Oh, okay. So now, all of a sudden, now ain't no permission. No permission for me. No permission for me. I'm all, it's like, no, then you know that won't. Yes. And now, don't nobody give no permission. You know exactly what they were saying. Stop trying to split hairs and being fake deep. Everyone who's fake deep, Jada is on that list. Angela Rye is kind of on that list every now and then. These fake deep, just say it.
And I agree.
Just say it.
I agree with you, Keith. I agree. The issue is August ran his mouth because
yep.
I think this was something like they said, they worked through this already. They worked through this and whatever.
And they said therapy and all kinds of mess.
Right. And now after all this time, here he comes.
Because he got his little podunk album.
Here he comes pulling the scab off for them. And I honestly, looking at their faces, and this is what really got me too. Will look like he
had aged within the previous 15 minutes before doing this. And Jada sitting there with just all aglow. She just looking all fresh and dewy. And Will look like, he been running miles uphill. And it's like.
And hold that part of it.
I think this really, that's really the thing. It's like, we've been through this and here he comes. But I mean, it's a messy situation.
Marquis Collins said, Will Smith? I don't know, my dude. Look, here, and you're right. Yo, Keith, shout outs to Blurdish, blurdish.com. Check them out. They got dope shirts. Keith Cooper, you right. If August wouldn't have said nothing, August is trying to get a couple of people to buy his album. Nobody cares about his music or his album. He said, but you know what they do care about? Tea. They care about tea. Alan Lewis said Jada was dissecting an affair like a college dissection. It didn't need all that. An entanglement, an interaction.
When she said that, Will was like, mm-hmm.
Will was like, look.
He looked at, he said, mm-hmm.
So you brought me down here so we can do this, so we can do all this fakeness. Look, there's a wonderful thing in this. In seeing that a couple that has been together for 25 years has faced problems just like any other couple has faced, which is cool, and they had to work through it just like any other couple has worked through it, and they came out on the other side, which is cool. My issue is all of the fake deepness that we had to go through just to get there. It's not necessary. At the bottom line, Will and Jada were going through it. Yeah. This young bull comes into their lives. He starts making cute with Jada. She likes it because she's at odds and she hasn't felt good in years. In other words, it means that the flame is flickered out and it's not a new love anymore. So now you got this new dude stroking your ego and you feel good. Not only is he a new dude stroking your ego, but guess what? He's a project. And I like fixing men. So now I got a man to fix that also strokes my ego. This is amazing. That's what happened. How long did that take? Did that take 4 minutes? No. It took about 20 seconds. So it took about 20 seconds, 20, 30 seconds to do. Could have been fine. And it could have been cool. But nah. Here you come with your extra deepness. Talk about some entanglement. Look, guys, man, look, make your life easier. As I go to the pastor sweat once again, Lord, said.
Don't do that.
All right, I won't do that. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do y'all like that. Guys, don't use 20 words when you can use 5. This ain't Scrabble. All right, you ain't getting no points for using launched into an interaction or fell into an entanglement or no. We were separated. This young guy was stroking my ego. He made me feel young again. And I slept with him 1, 2, 3 times, 4, 5, 10, I don't know. But during that, I found out I didn't want to leave Will. Now we're back together through years or months of therapy, and we're actually stronger than we were before. That's still less than a minute, right? Still under a minute? Why did it take 4 minutes for us to get...
It's not necessarily about how much time it takes. It's about the tap dance.
Yeah, it's the tap dance.
It's about, because the thing is this. If you needed to take more time and you wanted to express your feelings, that's fine. It is what it is.
But she wasn't
But to me, it's insulting, honestly, to your listeners when you're doing all of this. I'm not good at making memes, but if I were, I would make one that would have Savion Glover, Sammy Davis Jr., any tap dancer you can think of, all of them collectively would be, because it's just, say what you mean, Jada. Like,
yeah.
Why even do this?
Thank you.
Why even do this?
And then the whole thing, Tracy Lee said they are life partners. Yeah, another hair splitting. It was like, oh, we're going to split hairs over. We're not married. We're life partners. Isn't marriage for life? Yeah. Well, then isn't you just splitting hairs? Well, yeah, but ours is deeper because it's different words. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's like, oh, God. Jada, you done got on my nerves today. Not as much as you got on Will's nerves.
No.
But you done got on my nerves.
Man,
today.
Do you know how many memes are going to be out there with his face?
All right, here's my thing. Will, this is the only problem I got with Will.
Jada was doing the Carlton Banks. Yes, she was.
Yo,
look,
man.
with the arm swung all the way back.
Everywhere. She said, and then
look, and held it.
Yep,
and
yo.
snap it on back.
And then she double timed it that way. Look, all right. Will said something about Black Twitter decided that it was their business. You have been a public couple for years, Will. You have made jokes, even yourself, with your wife, when y'all hosted the BET Awards, I believe, about having an open relationship. You made your relationship public. Don't now come with us talk about, oh, y'all made it y'all business. Nah, bruh. You have been a public couple for a long time. Don't be coming up in here like, oh, we digging in y'all trash. Y'all have been public about y'all affection and making jokes and everything when it was cool. When y'all controlled the narrative, it was okay. Then Out of Pocket August comes through and drops some tea on y'all. All of a sudden, we wrong for talking about it. Nah, bruh, you can't have it both ways, Will. Either A, you are a private couple like
Beyonce and
kind of like Beyonce and Jay.
Yeah.
Or you're a public couple like you and Jada. Coming out doing episodes talking about y'all relationship and everything. Now all of a sudden it's Black Twitter the bad guy. You don't get out my face. Man, if you don't shut that garbage up, Will. Hey, Will, look. We was cool back in the day. Stop it. All right? Me and you. All right? West Philadelphia. All right? Every Monday night or whatever, we was chilling about 30 minutes.
And I'm going to tell you, I think at this point, honestly, hopefully it can just be dropped. They can just go on with their lives and just let it be. Honestly, I really hope that that's what can happen at this point because, of course, we're never going to know all the details and it's not for us to know. Yeah. But for whatever, we can tell that they've been through in terms of this relationship. They've fought to keep it, however they define it, whatever it is. They are, truly trying to have a lifetime partnership. And I can respect that.
Yeah, I can respect that.
As weird as some of these things may seem to us, I can respect that. It takes a lot.
It's a tax bracket thing.
And I think also, having the spotlight on you all the time and having to make your mistakes and your decisions and bad decisions and all of this kind of stuff and be cheated on and
in front of TMZ,
in front of everyone, and automatically having your kids know about it because who you are. It's not like regular people where you can try and keep your kids out of it. Good luck with that. And so it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at that. It's just that when there were a couple of statements, like when he said Black Twitter made it their business, it was like, hold up, dog, your wife been out here telling all y'all family business. It was all good because y'all were controlling the narrative.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
August came out this joint.
I don't think
got out of pocket. Now all of a sudden you mad at us for reporting on what came out in a public forum. You want to be mad at someone? Be mad at Angela Yee for having that interview.
Well, no.
You want to be mad at someone? Be mad at your wife for going out with August and being with a dude that had loose lips that's sinking ships.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Will was completely on board with Jada having this show. He made a joke, which I don't think...
he did make a joke about coming back home.
Right. He made a joke, which I don't think was fully a joke, about he went, out of town working. He came back home and there was a full show in his house. Yeah. The Red Table Talk. And he joked and laughed it off, but I think there was truth in that. And I honestly, just from his few interactions with the show and everything, I think he was always worried about it coming to just this.
Yep.
All a business that they were trying to keep out of, out or actually, keep their business
Good point.
was going to come out. I really feel like that's what he was like, I don't know about this, Jada. I don't know, because you're sitting on here talking about a whole lot of stuff and, you playing.
And Jada was
going in and out of telling our business.
But Jada was like, there isn't a young Oprah and I can be fake deep. And I'll get all kinds of views and ratings and clicks and impressions.
And she probably...
Because I'll have me, my mom, and my daughter.
Well, yeah, she
all
probably...
Black women. We'll get all the Black girl magic on my show.
Yeah, and she probably pushed, I don't know. I'm really supposing. But she may have, pushed the whole narrative of, oh, no. It's not going to be about that. It's going to be about, women's issues, because it's going to be me and my mom and Willow. And, we're going to do it from that point of view. And I don't know. I just get the feeling that he wasn't completely on board with this because it's too close to home. Literally, it's in their house.
It's in their house.
But in terms of the whole
And it's not like they're a YouTuber. Jada could have her own space.
The whole concept of Red Table Talk is like a little close to home and little, infringing on their privacy. And I honestly believe part of that face he had today was, I knew it. I knew one day we'd be sitting here talking about us, and I knew August, or probably another part of Will's face was, I knew this August thing was going to come back. I didn't know how, but I knew this August thing would come back. Now, shouts out to the chat. We got Tracy Lee said Lady Lisa is right. Keith Cooper said, this is why Blurred is going to stay off video. We going to stay audio. You won't see my fake deepness on my face. It ain't got nothing to do with video, Keith. It ain't got nothing to do with video. It has to do with Jada acting like she's for 100% accountability and being completely open and then not being open. You know what I'm saying? She's for others.
For others. Big shout out to Kibi23 said, so you all don't think they have an open relationship at all? Even if it started with cheating and transitioned to open? I mean, maybe, but I mean, I don't really care, but I mean, maybe.
I'm going to tell you what I think. I think with everything that was happening in their marriage, I think they decided, look, we can't have a traditional marriage. That's not for us. Yeah. We've tried being apart from each other. We can't do that. So we are going to be what they call life partners. We're going to be together. And what we're going to try and do is just go ahead and have these outside relationships with the understanding that we're never going to be apart. And we're going to have to let whoever we are with know, look, we doing our thing and he's cool with it and she's cool with it, but I ain't never leaving him and I ain't never leaving her. I think they tried it and they was like, we can't do this. Man, so I believe they did. And while
they were trying it, that's when the rumors came from.
Yes, I believe, exactly. Yeah. That's what I believe.
They probably tried it for like a couple years and was like,
I believe that's what they did.
This ain't the flavor.
And they were like, I can't do this. And no human being really, I mean, come on, y'all. That's not a good, your feelings.
When you talk about soul tying and stuff.
Come on now.
It's not, you can't look. I know that we ain't on Black Together on Sundays, But this, look, you talk about soul tying. You can't be bringing other people's energies into your house. Can't look. I'm just saying.
So I think tried it, and I think it didn't work. Now I don't know if it didn't work for both of them, or if it didn't work for one of them. If I had to say one, I'm going to guess it would not.
Will.
Yeah, there we go. But that's what I think.
And because Will's face. Oh, and clip. Just make sure. You know, I'm just making sure. You know what I'm saying? I want people to get you clear. You know what I'm saying? People get you right.
I just don't want to get my feelings hurt and have to take it right back off.
You know what I'm saying? Get your feelings hurt. But guys, here's the thing. Look, the lesson here is 25 years is a long time, but a black couple, just like your black couples that you've seen up and down the street, can make it whether you're in the public eye or out of the public eye. Will tough times come? Yes. But there is another side. There is a bright light at the end of the tunnel. You will be able to make through if you hold fast to each other through love and therapy and things of the like. You don't have to leave. You don't have to run away. I mean, unless it's something egregious, but you can make it. You know what I'm saying? I think that is one lesson that we can learn. You know, you can make it. They made it, and they're in the public eye. So we can also, with our little indiscretions or, you know, whatever, you can make it. Now, also, like I said, this can also be a tax bracket issue.
I mean, I think another
it's a little easier to be like, oh, well, she cheated when y'all got millions together. It's like, oh, well, she cheated. Well, I guess I'll just go cry into my $1 million pillow. It's a little different than if you're making $20,000 a year.
I'm gonna be honest though. I hate when people.
All jokes aside,
I'm gonna be honest. I hate when people say.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Because it's like it don't make it hurt no less because you got money.
Yeah, I know, because we saw Will today. Will looked like he was about to Hadouken that table. He looked like he was about to Senku.
People gonna make a meme out of that like they did with Michael Jordan.
Man, yo, Will's face said a couple of things, but
and the jaw, oh my God, the jaw was so tight. Was so he could barely talk.
Yo, Will's jaw was mother tizite. Man, look, I'm gonna just tell you like this.
So Michael, I haven't been happy for a long time. And
why you gotta say long like that? Why gotta be long?
That's what she said. She's laid back and everything a long time. And you know, I want to entangle myself with September.
No.
But but Michael, it'll be so healing for me. And I need to be healed.
Now, you want to be healed? We can go to the hospital.
And I get the feeling that's where I would be going anyway.
Man, look. He said 2020 is hurting everyone. Yo, 2020, I'm telling y'all, the Corona timeline is a whole different, man, look.
We're in the Twilight Zone. We don't know it yet.
The Corona timeline is a whole nother thing, man. So, guys, look, thank you for rolling through. We're chilling. Don't forget, Sunday, we don't know what time yet, but we're changing. We won't be on at nighttime. We will be on in the daytime. Sunday, black together. Will we? Or it'll be night? Will it be night?
We probably need to consult with NERDSoulite because, truth be told, he's the one that determined time slots around here.
Yeah, he determined a lot of time slots, y'all. Y'all understand. NERDSoulite, he'll have your time slot. He'll be like, this is a nice time slot. Oh, this is what y'all gonna do with y'all? Oh, this is what y'all gonna do this. This is nice. Get out of here.
Oh, that's so cute. They planning to do a podcast in the middle of the day.
Oh, get the time slot out of here.
That's so
cute. Man, so maybe. But Black Together on Sundays, Lady Lisa and I talking about relationship issues, marriage, good stuff like that.
This Sunday we'll be talking about finance.
Yes, finances. So get your money right. I said I get your money right. I said I get your
romance without finance.
That's right. No romance without finance. Don't look. Hey, no, we
got to have a JOB if you want to be with me.
Oh, you singing too? You singing too? You gonna sing with us?
Oh goodness.
So, guys, thank you for coming through. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Keith Cooper, went from the top, Boogsworthy, Keith Cooper, Tay 1990, Kibi 23, Tracy Lee, Jamal Lee, Phil More Pockets. We had Boogsworthy, we had Marquise Collins early in the Chizat, Alan Lewis. Keith Cooper. Shouts out to Blurtish, Little Miss Chocolate. Say chocolate. Chocolate. So Little Miss Chocolate. Let's see, Tracy Lee. Man, we had look, y'all came through, and I'm glad. Like straight up on the real, I'm glad that you guys made it another week. I know it ain't easy out there, but we love y'all. We thank y'all for coming through and y'all sunshiny faces. So before we get out here, Lady Lisa, say what's up.
Oh, bye, y'all.
All right, NERDSoulite, you ready to go?
Yeah.
You sure? Yeah. All right, so NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. Podcast for you, Spotify music for you. I got some more stuff getting ready to drop with my man Arcatron as well, who we're going to leave y'all out with. Big shout out to Jamal Lee, of course, and Fillmore Pockets with the super chat. Much love to y'all. You guys trust me, small stuff like even like lapel clips. Trust me, guys, y'all be helping out so crazy. If y'all ain't got a dime, you want to know how you can help? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Tell your mama, your cousin, your auntie, your grandmama. Grandmas can watch NERDSoul. You don't know if your grandmama might like Superman. Your grandmama might be watching Doom Patrol. You don't know. Tell your granddaddy. Tell your boys, your girls. Tell them all. Watch NERDSoul. It helps out in the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? But guys, from us to you, we're saying thanks for watching and peace. Say peace. Peace. Oh man, for real. So guys, with that said, I'm gonna leave y'all with Arcatron, ARCKATRON. That's right, .com. Space Bridge is in stores right now. Check it out. It's awesome. I'm on it. Anwar High Sign's on it. PL Parker Lewis is on it. I believe SP is on it. There's dope people on it. It's an awesome album. Mad instruments, mad rhymes, and it's awesome. So I'm gonna leave y'all with some of his stuff right about now. Oh, this joint is dope. You know I like this joint. Hold on. Here we go. Here comes the joint. Yeah.